I promised you guys I would review this Conair tool. This is the Infiniti Pro by Conair, and it is a 1-inch tool. The blades are only 1 inch and they are tourmaline ceramic. The absolutely fabulous pros about this iron are that it does have negative ions, so that will allow a 70% less frizz to the end result of your hair. The tool goes from about 250 degrees to about 450 if you do go ahead and use the temperature changes from its original setting. So when you do plug this in, you do need to press the on button. Unlike some tools, when you do plug them in, you don't have to press on if that setting's already on. But this you also have to press on, and if you want it any hotter, you have to press the plus button. If you want it softer, you have to press the negative button. This tool, one of the cons about this tool for a lot of people is that it automatically shuts off if you stop using it, I would say around 10 minutes. So you have to keep this tool in motion until your hair is straight for the most part. A pro, it heats up very fast, and my tool personally doesn't shut off too quickly. So even if I think I got all the hair, I'm still pretty good to go. And if it does shut off, it does heat up fast. So if you're somebody who has accidentally left their tool plugged in overnight and that kind of worries you that one day you're going to burn something or something's going to catch on fire, this tool is definitely worth its weight in gold, and it's only around about $21 from Amazon, and it stays under $40 if you buy it in a store. A swivel cord that keeps it from wrapping itself all the way around. The last thing you want to do is wrap the cord around the body of your appliance, because what it's going to do, it's going to break down the cord, it's going to tangle the cord, and over time the electricity that you have in your house, your home, your salon, whatever, is going to have a hard time getting through this cord. It'll just eventually weaken. So the last thing you want to do is wrap it around. If you do need to store it, it's best to sort of wrap it up in a loop and maybe a very loose rubber band. But the last thing you want to do is compromise the cord's body. Also, keep your hand around the very bottom. These plates heat up very fast. If you're somebody who needs to somebody who needs to curl their hair with a straightener or a wand, definitely you need a glove. Now, these plates are actually what you call floating plates that allow you to get very deep into the root, and you basically, the best way to use it is to curve it in the formation of your head shape for best results, so your hair lays naturally against your head. Now, I prefer the smaller tools. Like I said, this is the 1 inch. It also comes in a 1.5 inch. Does it take more time? Not necessarily, but I think that the smaller plates allow you to get in closer to your head. And also the amount of hair that you feed into the iron, I think you get straighter hair if you feed a bit at a time. I always like to clip my hair up and start from the bottom and then work my way up to the top, so I get an all over straight result. The last thing you want to do is completely burn off or fry off your hair. I'm going to recommend keeping the heat of this iron right in the middle. If you don't have extremely curly wavy hair, is to keep it around 392 or less. 455, 419 is the heat that I saw a lot of people mentioning in reviews, and you don't need 419 for bangs, you just don't. And 450 for the rest of your hair is pretty damaging. That's a lot of heat. That's like a lot more than it takes to cook some things in the oven. So imagine how hot you make your oven just to make some muffins. Do you really want that on your head? Consider it. So my advice is keep the heat right in the middle and do all you can to protect your hair from damage or breakage. Once again, you don't need to wash your hair every day, so you can get 7 days look out of, having the straight hair look. Just don't wash it every day, don't flat iron, and don't blow dry it every day, because you could actually give yourself a nice heat haircut if you're excessively using 450 degrees daily. The last things I wanted to touch base on was this beautiful holder. Now, my iron is hot right now, so I'm not gonna go ahead and put it in here. A lot of people were saying this is a holder for your hot iron. And it's not. It's a keepsake iron. It's to keep your iron stored away when you're not using it. If you do put a hot iron in here, you could melt your blades together, damage your blades together when they're clamped down and really hot. It's one thing when you're feeding hair through this, they're not gonna like fuse together, but if you store it in here and then let it cool, it may not cool in time, you'll ruin this. A lot of people are saying, oh, the paint's removed off of this. This isn't to store when it's hot. This is to store it when you're not using it. This product is considered about as comparable to a Chi or a GHD as you can get, because it gives you that end result, but only at like a quarter fraction of the price. So it's an extremely amazing deal. So I'm really happy that Conair came out with a line that's meant to help you look like a pro. I'm not sure if stylists would appreciate this product because it does automatically shut off, so that is just something to be aware of. Especially if you have a lot of clients that have coarse, wavy, curly, thick hair. But this is especially good for home use because you don't need to have that salon perfect, straight, extremely scorching hot Chi in your house. And also, if something should happen to your iron, you'd be out of a lot of money. I'll see you guys later. Let me know if there's any other Conair Pro tools you guys would like me to review, as I'm loving the line personally, and I think it's a great home product that gives you a very salon look. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.